Hi there, my name's James. I'm one of the sales controllers here at Stephen Eagle Toyota and Lexus in Kings Lynn. This is my second project for the Managers of Tomorrow, and I'll be presenting to James Dolman.
Hi, I'm James Dorman, General Manager for Kings Lynn Toyota and Lexus. Thank you, Jake. Amazing.
Right, James,
So-
take it away.
I have done my project on Lexus sales. So to start it off, we have basically, my ideal situation through going through PDCA was to get Lexus side of the business back on track for budget and further for this year. So just to show you the current situation, this is where we are. We're currently halfway through the year, and we sold minimum Lexus which are not profitable. This was back in July, as you can see, from January to July. The focus is not on Lexus. We have been more concentrated on the Toyota side. We don't have profitable stock. We had lots of stock problems, and we didn't have a dedicated salesperson sitting in Lexus concentrating on the Lexus side. So this is a screenshot of the year up to my project started. You can see through the 7 months we have only sold 25 units, and the profit per unit has only been £120 a unit. We had a lot of problem cars and a lot of money, as you can see, -2, -3, -4, and we didn't sell them in the right time periods and have the best stock for this site. So I went through a root cause analysis of the fishbone diagram to start off finding out what the problems are, what's gone wrong. So the main points I got from this was we needed management help, we needed a Lexus sales executive, we needed service systems to be checked 100% and spoken for the Lexus side, not just the Toyota side. We haven't got the correct Lexus stock. The interest rate increase is obviously a external issue that we've had. The inflation, the location, where is Kings Lynn? Where is Lexus Kings Lynn? And also the sales executives that have been given the leads haven't been trained properly enough to be able to deal with those leads. So what I then did is then had a look at myself and had a look at what I need to improve on from the old world into the new world. So being one of the main bits was to be able to deal with the current situation, the key points I got from the old world to improve myself, my structure, is that I needed to improve on positive thinking, proactive thinking, and delegating. Now, by positive thinking and proactively looking at ways to improve the situation, me and yourself, James, came up with getting our name out there on the radio. As you can see, these are all our clips that are now being played on the Norfolk and Suffolk radio, which we're advertising our name, our brand, letting them know we're here in Kings Lynn doing used Lexus and servicing. We also got our leading car range, the NX, given to service. So when the loan car has been given out to a service customer, this gets our name out there. As you can see, Lexus now in Kings Lynn with our website at the bottom. When not out in service, we put in a prominent area outside of the dealership to get people to come away. We have a good place down the end of the road, which we can then prominently show that we are down the road on the side. Now, the next part was looking at the 5 whys. So what I did is, another main issue came up being the current Lexus issue of stock that we have. By using the 5 whys, I actually came to the conclusion that if we had enough managers in the dealership, we would be able to concentrate on the Lexus stock better and make sure we had the correct stock at the correct times of year. So as you can see, why don't we have the Lexus stock? No part exchanges, just purchase stock. Why do we not have the part exchanges or the right purchase stock? We're new to the area, so don't have the renewals. Why don't we know what stock is good for the area? We're not looking into it enough. Why aren't we looking into the area enough? We're concentrating on keeping Toyota up. Why is no one concentrating on Lexus stock? This is just not enough time for one manager. So why have we only got one manager available for both sides at the right times? So what I did is I put a business case to you, James. Now, my proposal suggested that if we get enough sales controllers, then this would give more control not only in Lexus but in Toyota as well. As you can see, we've highlighted on justification the progress in here, that we've progressed in 2021, but then in 2022 so far, we haven't progressed in units. We have in profit, but only users. This is Toyota side, by the way. Now, another manager would help the progress of those units by sharing workload and bringing more attention to the Lexus situation for me. I then justified the costs by getting a new sales controller, suggesting that the max it would cost in the first year is $49,500, and the worst improvement should then be $60,000 a year. Now, to make sure this happened, I suggested I would work closely with the new sales controller to make sure he gets the proper training to deal with it. As you can see, I've gone through the whole process with you, James, and this was the answer. We got a new sales controller. Great news. We started the process in the start of August for a new controller. We promoted from within, and we had a new sales controller by the 12th of the 9th. However, before we got a new sales controller, we did come up with a plan with stock and leads. But as you can see, Jake Coventry is our new sales controller, and he started going for the leads straight away when he started on the 12th of the 9th. So, plan with leads. I grouped the sales exec into a leadership model again and looked into the people I can use more of a delegation leadership style by going for the old world and new world, and who I can trust to deal with these leads properly. I had to have the right amount of knowledge. So as you can see, S1, we actually had no one in there yet. We've gone up from that. Oliver was still an S2, Michaela was an S3, but Kaz and Bradley got into that S4 mark. Now, this allowed me to find that Kaz and Bradley had moved to the S4 so I can trust them with them. I had a couple of sit-down chats with Kaz and Brad to let them know the struggles in Lexus, and what I found out their main issues were the knowledge of the cars, and because of low staff, they didn't have the time in work to go through each specification model with all the Toyota work they already had on. Also, the Lexus customers are longer to deal with, as it is a different type of service being a luxury brand. I explained that all customers need to feel the same level in all areas of the business. However, Lexus customers just need that extra attention to detail, and by the fact they must experience amazing. This means just a slight little touches, e.g. a note to say thank you or a special keyring, like Lexus Golf Ball With. They are obviously interested in golf, getting that real feel of what that customer is interested in would then make all the difference. All it really told me was that more training was needed into the brand. However, the problem I had to start off with, they didn't want the training, as had too much workload in Toyota. So, explained for now, you would have to do the basics and try set some time aside to start learning the specifications, the models, and any customer queries. I'm here to help, okay, until we got some fully trained Lexus approved training going on. As we had lost Jake to Peterborough at the time and lost Emily to service, it showed we needed more sales executives in general. So, great news. We employed a Lexus only sales executive in August. This meant we could train solely through Lexus and to be our Lexus specialist. We've taken our time with him to make sure he's right for the job, and over the last few months, because of our Lexus leads, we are so precious at the moment that we are not going to give them over to him until he's fully trained. But as you can see, he's been introduced to the Lexus standard of getting the right experience, the right customers, and learning about the brand. We've also employed 2 new Toyota sales executives to help with the workload on Toyota. That helps with the 2 other Lexus and Toyota sales executives, Bradley and Kaz, to be able to deal with these leads properly and specially concentrate on them. So as you can see from the previous slide, Bradley and Kaz and myself are the only ones that have got those leads, so we go through them properly. This was our old manager here, which was one exception when I wasn't in the office. Me and yourself then agreed with the higher directors that we would take on any non-franchise, so from other sites. So we have a big group here in Stevenage, Kings Lynn. We have 34 going on sites where we can actually look at what stock they're bringing into BCA and then what stock we actually could use instead of giving it there. So instead of trading the car, we've actually started retailing the cars through our dealership. Now, this is basically, as you can see from the slide, from the list of the BCA, you can see I've inputted the retail ratings of this area, the selling prices that we can sell them for, the CIVs, so how much they owe us, and also I've obviously gone into the cap and seen how much they are worth. So this is just to make sure I'm bringing in the right stock for the area. So as you can see, all the reds, not good for our area. Yellows I wasn't sure about, so I got them here just to see what they were like, and then the greens obviously are the ones we've taken. We have also been buying cars from other sources. This is Motorway, where we have purchased the right cars for the right sites. This is all for us, and these ones we have sold here and delivered within the right time frame. Now, we also, I'll pass this one, we looked into service to deal with the problems of basically making sure the customers are maximised. We went into service at least 48 hours before. We used a new system called Coopers. This means the Lexus sales agents will contact them before they come in for service and make an appointment with them on the day to speak to them about their Lexus and what they are in for service for. This way we can keep track of who has been spoken to by the statuses, and we can have another opportunity and make sure we maximise everyone that's coming into our business. This is even converting the Toyota customers that are here into Lexus if we need to, if they are interested. We also went through monthly meetings with Auto Trader. So Neil Calder is a specialist in Auto Trader, quite high up in the business. So I'm currently having monthly meetings with him to point out any adverts that are not attracting the right amount of attention and how to change it to get the right amount of attention. This is showing the attention to detail we have gone into to see these cars at the right time at the right price. If I did not have any support from Toyota side, e.g. the new sales controller, we would not be able to have the time to be able to do this. So, what hurdles I have faced? I've had challenges of getting another manager authorised, finding the correct sales executive for Lexus, getting the selected Toyota sales executives on board, my sales manager stepping down and only having two other managers replace him in the meantime. Interest rates were going up, continuing to rise, and I was thinking, am I paying too much for these cars? I've overcome these challenges by sitting down with yourself and explaining what I have found in my root cause analysis to get the second manager authorised. I've had to re-explain the situation of where we are with Lexus with the new managers and that have come through. Interest rates are uncontrollable. The only thing I can control is making sure the Lexus team sell these cars at the right time frame so they don't cause the problems they did before. I had to give positive reinforcement to the brand, and where we could get all the sales executives on Toyota to come on board, they now want to get involved more with Lexus because they are now seeing the benefits. Now, the benefits to the business. The business got more customer centric, as customers are now getting a better service as we have seen the right people in the right areas of the business. Customers will recommend us to their friends and family instead of not having the right experience through Lexus. Even if it's not a Lexus they have bought, it's a non-franchise we've got from BCA. The business there will be more people coming towards the company through recommendation. There's a better atmosphere in the office as they can now concentrate on selling more cars as they have help of another sales controller to help them with more things. The sales executives are starting to want to come through to Lexus instead of Toyota side, as we are now selling cars and making profit, so they see the benefit in coming over. Service are now also getting more bookings their side, helping through the workshop load because we're selling so many different vehicles. If we get the customers on finance, we are now building up also a renewal system for the Lexus side, which we've only been here for 2 years, so we haven't got that as of yet. And from the customer service feedback we are receiving, they are happy to come back to us. So, this is where we are now. As you can see on there, this is where we are from August all the way to currently at the end of November. So as you can see, we've got 47 units here, okay, through this side, and within 3 months we have sold those 47 units at £1,000 per unit, making £45,600 within these 3 months. This is a massive difference since the original first 7 months of the year was 25 units at £115 a unit, making only 25,000 within 7 months. So, we have now got better profits. We've gone from selling 3 to 4 a month to now selling 10 to 15 a month. Obviously better profitability going through the months that were going down. This month we are now sitting on £1,660 per unit. October we were on 1,000, took a bit of a dip there, but in September we were at 1,450. Before this, August was minus 200 and July minus 700. So we are now on track to get budget for this year and hopefully go over. Just on the side here, you can see these are the start of the reviews we've been getting from Lexus. So 3 weeks ago, 5-star rating, extremely professional and courteous 2 months ago. 2 weeks ago, couldn't recommend these guys even more. And then again, 3 weeks ago, thank you for the 5-star rating. Are there any questions?
Okay, James. Definitely have done a lot of work, obviously, in the finding what the issues were, and looking at the fishbone obviously has helped that. So that's a really good tool to use. My main, I suppose, question really for yourself is experience amazing. What does that mean to yourself? Because that's obviously what Lexus strive every customer to feel. And from a Toyota background, as we know, it's very different. But what does that mean to yourself?
So, experience amazing is more of a metaphor of the Lexus brand. So it's getting amazing service and amazing product and an amazing person when they walk into that showroom. So it's not just about the product we've got. It's not just about what we're selling. It's about who you're dealing with, how you get cared for. So it's like the finer details, being effective in a positive way, giving top quality service, just making sure that every single mark when they walk through that door and they leave that door with their new car, if they do, even if they don't leave with a new car, they have come in and they've experienced amazing.
Fantastic. And I suppose the main thing, obviously, with what your understanding of it, how did you get the previous staff, obviously, that were Toyota side on board? How do you get them to understand what that means, experience amazing?
Well, as you know from the previous slides, you can see that it was actually quite a struggle to get the Toyota side on board, because the way they saw it from the previous point was we weren't selling any cars, we weren't making any profit from that side, so it was hard to get them on board to start off with. But to get them on board, it was all about, they've already got a good basis in customer service already with Toyota. So it's just basically making that customer service better in Lexus. So things like finding out with a customer, finding out if they like dogs, if they like golf, if they like bits like this, that will just then add to the extra service by giving them a local specialised golf ball at the end of the progress. It's just little tiny things that they have then been able to transfer over, and just by seeing how well Lexus has done, they can now see the benefits of them experience that amazing, getting their good CRSs back. As you can see from the slide here, you've got all your 5-star reviews that are coming through, so I can see that they have taken that on board.
And also, you obviously mentioned about Alex, who's gone on the Toyota program, and that, would you say, has definitely helped and shown the rest of the team what the difference is between Toyota and Lexus? They
can see the difference between Alex and the difference between themselves. So by going on those programs, he's now been on 3 since that time, and the way he even deals with the customers in the showroom, they can see the difference of what it is with Toyota, what it is with Lexus. And because they also now want to come over to Lexus and carry on helping out in Lexus, you can see that they are starting actually to learn a little bit off Alex, to then find out little things of how to improve things. So they don't always come up to me and ask now. They will actually come up to Alex and ask those questions to
Fantastic.
him, even though he hasn't been here long.
That's really good, and that's sharing best practice, isn't it? Which is what, you know, it's all about. Okay, and I suppose my last question really is what has been the most rewarding success off of the back of this, from doing this program through, you know, management? What has been most successful that you take from this?
So I would probably say, first of all, the results we've had, but actually for me it's becoming a different style of manager throughout the whole process, because the way I've done it is by looking at the old world versus the new world. I've had a look into what I can improve on, and then seeing if that would affect the rest of the team. And just by delegating and trusting everyone and not getting what I would say negged out, as being positive energy throughout the whole process, that has actually brought other people on board. So my greatest achievement actually is just the way it's been done, not just what's happened and what's the end result. It's just the way it's been done, and I feel like coming from there to here, the management profile of how I've become is the best success I've got.
Fantastic, great stuff. All right, thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you very much.